Hello everybody! We are celebrating Traci's newest line, Aflutter, with a fun YouTube hop. So before I get into my layout, I'll give you the details on the hop. What you want to do is you want to go down into the description box where you will find a link to Traci's newest perfectly gorgeous spring collection, Aflutter. And you will also find links to all of the amazing design team members that are playing along with us on this hop today. I will be using a number of products from the newest collection, including a 12 by 12 paper that I created myself. And that is the white paper with the butterflies all across the top. If you're wondering how I did that, I actually put a tutorial up. And the directions that I give in that tutorial for how I put together my hybrid hijinks page this month is exactly the way that I did that butterfly paper. These papers that I am matting my photo with are the Traveler's Notebook papers. Love these papers for a nice small paper that you can use for loads of things on a layout. Think of them as an already put together PDF pack of 4x8 papers, like you would get a 6x8 paper pad or a 6x6 paper pad. But for this, we're going to do they're going to be 4x8. The paper that I am trimming up right now is actually a Traveler's Notebook signature. So Traveler's Notebook signatures are 4x8 papers that have some pre-printed pretty designs on them. This Traveler's Notebook paper has a lovely tone-on-tone notebook pattern. And it also has a white border, and it's kind of made to like put in a whole bunch of journaling in a Traveler's Notebook. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to trim it down and use it as a place for my photo to kind of be housed and as a grounding spot. So the next paper I'm working with is this green paper from the 12 by 12 paper pack. I went back and forth about whether I wanted to use this soft, pretty green floral or if I wanted to use the gorgeous, amazing wood grain paper that is included in the collection. I went with the green floral because I wanted something that kind of set off the butterflies at the top. I didn't want to be competing with the butterflies on the top. And I just tore that paper. The first paper I'm going to put down is that green paper. I am not adhering it all the way to the paper, to my white cardstock, my printed white cardstock. I am just leaving the top open. The reason I'm leaving that top open is because if you look to your right, you'll see I have a stack of flowers, and I want to go ahead and tuck all of those flowers underneath the torn edge of that paper. I am alternating between all of the different flowers that are in this collection. So all the different colors, the different designs, I am cutting some of them in half because I want them to peek out from under that torn edge. And I have some that are tall and some that are short. And what I'm basically doing is just alternating between all of these flowers, and I am tucking flowers in across the entire 12-inch torn border right there. Next, I'm going to add my yellow pattern paper here to kind of anchor my photo, and I'm going to kind of fidget with this. I pulled it up, I pulled it down. I used my T-square ruler because no matter what I did, I felt like it looked crooked. And that's why I love Kokoyo tape runners, because nothing was damaged and I moved everything around like 4 times. Once I had my photo where I wanted it, and you can see how I tucked it in kind of underneath the flowers, I'm going through the other embellishments from the sticker pack that I had cut and gotten ready that I thought worked. Some of them I'm going to use, some of them I'm not. So if you buy the sticker pack and you're looking for that blue kind of rainbow piece that says beautiful day on it, that is actually the decor on a tag. So I cut it away from the tag and I just cut out that blue piece, and that's going to act as my title. The photos I'm scrapbooking today are a photo of my sister and her family. If you have my nieces, this is my niece Ella and my niece Anna's family. I scrapbook them quite often, especially Ella, just because she and I are really close, and her and I are together and around each other a lot. Again, I'm going to move and fidget and figure out where I want all these different embellishments. And I'm not going to use all the ones that I pulled out, but I did end up using quite a few. So I'm deciding where I want those two embellishment clusters to go. And I like the way this looks, so we're going to keep it just like this. And then for the butterflies, I'm going to layer the big butterflies on top of all the small butterflies on my pattern paper, and I'm going to pop them up, the large butterflies. I'm going to pop them up using lots of foam tape. So that's going to give them some definition. It's going to cast those shadows. It's going to look like these 5 butterflies are in the foreground, right up with my photo, and then the other ones that are in the background are just that. They're in the background. They're further away. I really, really love how this turned out. It turned out exactly the way I had envisioned it in my head, which never happens. I'm going to go ahead and grab just a pretty black pen, or my favorite black pen actually. We're going to do a little bit of pen work on this layout. So the collection itself does have these pops of black in it. I didn't choose any of those embellishments for my layout, but I still wanted to add that bit of black onto my page. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to hand draw some fun little tails behind my butterflies. And on the bottom of that tag there, I'm going to handwrite the month and year that this photo was taken. I wanted to add a little bit of something to this layout, something that wasn't paper, something for a little bit more sparkle, but I didn't really want to add a ton more color. So I am taking some Wearing White sequins from Spiegelmom Scraps. This is an old mix. I think it's over a year old. I think she released it last spring in May or maybe even June. But it's just white sequins. It's just a collection of all different sizes of white sequins. And I am going to fill in all of the gaps in my butterflies with white sequins across the top of the page. Once I had the top nicely filled in with the sequins, I then went around the upper part of the flowers and I added sequins to just up and around, kind of creating a border around the top of the flowers. And that will finish my layout. Thank you so much for joining me today for this hop. Have a fabulous, fabulous weekend, and be sure to grab this layout or this collection from Traci's shop. It's such a good one. Have a great day, everybody. Bye.